Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Welcome to the Blitz Tournament MMR, the MMR Blitz Tournament Season 1 Semifinals. It's Game 3 of Dodo versus Brotinderdose. One of these two is moving on to finals today. Here to tell you all about it are your commentators, Tony Big Blind and Spec3X. With Specs at the moment still going out to getting coffee. Should be here any second. In the meantime, let's head on over to the race screen and let's get this party started. Specs, how are you? Tony, how are you?
I am doing fabulous. Super excited to be here for Game 3 of such an important match of a semis finals. Like was mentioned, one of these two will be going off to finals, so very exciting to see who is going to be one of our finalists. I don't know if the other one has been decided yet. Is Spec you here? You back?
I am back, and it's a pleasure to be commentating with you, the Tony Big Blind. And yes, it is one thing we know for sure, that one of those players is gonna go ahead, and the other one, it's over.
And they're off. Just really quick, if you do not know what these so important Blitz settings are, basically, we are starting with one of the dungeon remains, meaning that any checks behind that dungeon, including the dungeon itself, is entirely junked. So in this example, we have a Gjorg remain, which means anything locked behind Great Bay Temple and the entirety of Great Bay Temple is junked. You will not have to do it to complete this seed.
Alright, I'm just gonna say it. Gjorg start is completely cursed. If you see it on your seed, it's over. It's just over.
It's the worst dungeon, but also Gjorg start is like the one where you could get the most scared, because then you get Zora, but then the entirety of the West is just like, I don't want to go there. I don't.
Yeah, the start itself is fine. I just never got over it when I got like 8 seeds in a row that were Gjorg start. And yeah, it's pretty much, you know, well, maybe you're gonna beat the game without the Zora mask. You're gonna have to spin on Majora. But it's like, you're gonna full clear the entirety of the West region. You're just gonna, you're just gonna do it.
Yeah, it's really hard to first of all dodge a Zora mask, and then second of all dodge going to the West region in general. Usually what's much more likely in Gjorg starts though is ice arrows are only logically required to do the Ikana Canyon, upper Ikana access, and so it's much more common in Gjorg starts to see no one even find ice arrows, because you don't need them like you would in Great Bay Temple.
We got some divergences here. Dodo is using the tried and true observatory opener. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of observatory in this setting due to how fast it is and you can high roll out of it. But it's TSMC. You just peek the chest at the beginning. If it's a big one, you're alerted, so it's mostly fine. And Dodo has this very eccentric opener where he goes to North Tingle, East Clocktown chest, can check the Madame Aroma together, and then it's I guess south. It's an opener, I guess. It passes the time for the room key.
First foolish of the day, Woodfall Temple. Sure, game. Starting strong.
We got Goron Village, Way of the Heroes, so Song or Lens Cave, you place your bets.
Hey, it could be one of the other things there.
Yeah, the scrub.
The only other thing there.
I'm very surprised that... Oh, Stone Tower Temple is also foolish. We got an overworld simulator, I guess. As close to it, maybe.
2 dungeon foolishes. Alright, game. I mean, appreciate it, I guess. Why not?
I don't want to try to predict too much, but I'm sensing a funnel into Snowhead Temple. Possible way of the hero if Lullaby is on Gorong Village. And then you kind of pick the seed from there, maybe.
Could be Vanilla Goron. Or, yeah, Goron Lullaby. That would be cool, I guess.
So one of the things that I think Brot might be missing on the opener he decided to do is that if you go south in Blitz, you have a major advantage point, which is to go to the Gossip's Grotto and check 4 of them right away. You could literally branch a route out in Blitz as soon as 2 minutes in, no joke. It's unlikely, but you can, especially if Road to Swamp is Way of the Hero or something. But he just didn't go for it. He just went to P-Hat Grotto and took the Gorman race, which could be hinted as well. So kind of a, opting to not do Observatory, but still kind of full clearing a bit, but not reading all the hints. Kind of a mishmash, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious if we'll see him go back for that on the... Maybe they go to Southern Swamp here. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what their decisions are. But we did have a Razor Sword on Room Key, so we're not going to be going to Majora with no sword upgrades today.
Yeah, the first sword upgrade is 100% a relief. And Dodo is going to have that for the Dongo Grotto and guaranteed for P-Hat.
That is very true. Just cut down the amount of jump slashes you're going to have to do in half. Always nice.
Yes, Dodo, Brot might be just doing all the south bulk from here. Maybe going to the Swamp Owl.
Seems like it, yeah.
Oh. Nice. So we got... That is some interesting stuff. So Termina Field is Way of the Hero, so Brot is just in there. He just is.
I think what we found, so here we did have a couple's mask on P-Hat, but I think that's about the only thing we've seen. And then, of course, Observatory was nothing.
I mentioned he isolated Bandameroma. It's gonna row well for him because he's gonna potentially get the Way of the Hero item from there. Although we got a big one on the grass chest as well.
So a couple things to note that we just got there. Pyre Fortress Sewers we had as Wath, which means we are 100% gonna need Zora Mask today, and we will be going west. As well as a dead Letter to Cafe, which is always nice to see since we had a bottle in Bomb Shop and a bomb bag on Pamela. So, unlikely that'll be our first bomb bag, but, you can hold out hope.
Got some papers. Well, given that we are mostly guaranteed to go to the west side, that Mountain Title Deed is okay grab. Maybe just gets traded in this cycle for Dodo. For both, maybe.
I mean, if you have the logic to do that, you might as well. Obviously, you're just going to go to the Sewers Wath instead, but I guess it depends how much out west you really want to prioritize once you, find both Zora and Goron.
Yes, this is early Gilded Sword because the second upgrade is on Sphere 0, Road to Swamp Grotto. It's fantastic for quality of life.
Cool Sphere 0 swords. Just honestly, just a really nice thing to have. Picto box on Postman's game. Okay.
I think it's going to be comfortable for both. They're going to route that in when they get to Swamp Day 2 Woods. Although, maybe it's skipped. So, talking about Woods, we got an interesting situation here because the two sometimes we got, which is first a possible first bomb bag on Pamela. Imagine if there... I don't think this scenario... Maybe this scenario is possible if you have to go to Ikana for your first bomb bag to enter Mountain Village. That is 100% possible, actually. So if you're really dreaming of a wacky seed, that you can hope for that.
Oh, that would be so funny if we had to do Pamela without a bomb bag to get our first bomb bag.
Wait.
you can just wait outside of Pamela's house for a couple hours, and Pamela will just leave eventually.
Oh yeah, I did not think of that. You can
Yeah.
do it with Stone Mask, that's correct, but I don't know about the logic.
I don't know if it's logical to do Pamela with a bomb bag. I guess I've never thought about that, but
Yeah, it's actually faster to pull out the Stone Mask. Maybe you get 2 pauses in, but it's a very smooth way to do Pamela for free.
was that a sound check hint? Dodo just blows by these hints so fast. Alright, that was a sound check.
But yeah, if there's Stone Mask logic, maybe we can see some Pamela jank, but
That would be so funny. Stone Mask, Way of the Hero?
it could be Blast Mask for Pamela for Honey and Darling, but that's impossible because you need the boat to get to Ikana.
I'm still waiting for the 1 seed where you have to do Deku Magic for Honey and Darling Day 3 to get, like, first bow or something.
I think I got at least one of those seeds. They are possible.
I haven't had one yet, but man, does that sound like an adventure. Upple's mask turned out to be nothing, so I guess the other thing we found in Termina Field so far is Mask of Truth.
Yeah, we are surprisingly dry on Termina Field with the hero. I think the only one easy one to get left is Pillar Grotto, I think. The rest ones you need some stuff.
Yeah, we're just looking at Pillar Grotto, and then sooner or later we'll find Zora for the other 2.
Yeah, another very interesting of the sometimes hints is the Letter Cafe hint, because it has a milk bottle. And, oh, never mind, I just looked at the... Thank you for tracking, by the way, our trackers today. Dodo has 1 bottle, so it's not gonna play out at all.
Yes, there was a bottle as a bomb bag purchase in the bomb shop.
Yeah, so 99% chance of no Pamela jank and no Letter Cafe jank. The runners can play happily from at least day 2 night on, something like that, without caring about the clock.
Yep. Luckily, always nice to not have to worry about it being 12 noon on day 2, and then you find Letter to Cafe. Just nice not having to worry about that.
So given that there's an early bottle accessible, I think the runners can just opt to go for consistency and do day 2 woods right away. Because another possible play would be the accelerate to day 3 ranch as soon as possible, because with the Mask of Truth.
I feel like you probably just keep it safe, probably do day 2 woods, and then just go to day 3 ranch right after for the Mask of Truth.
Yeah, this early rush ranch could very well pay off, but they don't have much items to, you know, maybe get 1 extra. Maybe if you have a bow and then you get a bomb bag from the Way of the Hero or whatever north access, and they can just play from there, because they have nothing.
Seemingly we had a South Clocktown Wath, and then was that last hint left side well Garo mask?
Well,
okay, well, Gibdo's gonna be somewhere.
Confirmed only 1 Ikana mask left.
What does Pillar have?
Zar?
Nope.
Oh. We really need a Zara mask then. Because we got now what? Termina Underwater and Biobaba Grotto, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't think, and I guess Termina Field Scrub.
Yeah, because the telescope didn't have anything, right?
No, I don't think it did.
Oh.
I have no idea. What did that say?
It was an adult wallet, I'm pretty sure. You need a wallet to get a wallet.
Nope. Definitely not there.
Yeah.
There are no Giant's wallet checks enabled in the Blitz settings.
No Bank 3 at all, and no Curiosity Shop 500 rupees item. So I guess you chew in into that Mask of Truth bait, I guess. You know what I think would be a cool play, and Dodo can do that right away if he really wants to. You accelerate for day 3 wrench as soon as possible, get to the Mask of Truth and the other check, which is not even in logic, the Dog Race Roof. And then after you don't get anything, you can just do either day 2 Woods or enter Great Bay as, you know, in whatever fashion you like, because I think those two regions are probably very likely to be confirmed in their routing.
Yeah, almost certainly at this point. I mean, you'll definitely have to go to Great Bay at some point. It's just a matter of how long do you want to hold off for finding like a Zora mask?
It would be kind of a wild choice, but I think any of the 3 transformation masks, if you get them in Way of the Hero... I mean, yeah, it's only the Mask of Truth, right, you're banking on. If you get one of the 3 transformation masks there, you get kind of sped up in a few areas. For example, you're gonna go to Swamp, you'll have the Deku Mask. Or you're gonna enter Great Bay, you're gonna have Zora Mask. If you get Goro Mask, and even... Oh, it explains itself, it's the Goro Mask. So I think there is off to rushing Wrench, but I wouldn't say it's completely necessary.
I don't think Dodo will be doing that since they did already purchase a red potion back in town. But yeah, I assume both players are probably just gonna keep it safe, do day 2 ranch and then rush, or do day 2 woods and then rush ranch after that.
Yeah, with the typical traditional options here, maybe Brot could do something wild like rushing wrench, but Dodo, I think it's more likely to. Yeah, he's just gonna do day 2 woods. Not sure if he's gonna enter Great Bay afterwards, but pretty much the consistent play here.
I imagine you probably do ranch before Great Bay.
I didn't quite see if Brot got a potion, but he's on the Dodongo Grotto, and I've seen him just hop into Great Bay Coast right away from there. I think in this spot, if you have one of the 2 options, I think it's 100% day 2 woods, because at least get something to check Biobaba with, at least a bomb bag. Buy a chew and do the strat or something. But with Termina Field, Way of the Hero, not completely satisfied at all so far. Hard isolating that Biobaba. I think it might be just maybe overplay your hand a little bit.
Light arrows found in day 2 woods. Not much help to the current situation, but...
We got another Pirate Fortress Way of the Hero.
Oh!
Aside from sewers.
It might have just been sewers still. The reasoning for maybe it looking different is because it can say a couple different words at the front of the hint, which can like change what line the various other words are on. So we'll have to wait for confirmation on that one.
I admit, I was having some funny ideas here with the Pirate Fortress Sewers Way of the Hero, because if you can explore the rest of the map until you get Ice Arrow, you don't need to go to that location at all, because there's a possibility it's 100% Ice Arrow bait.
That's very true. Yeah, if we see like super late Zora Mask or super late Goron, it definitely could just be Ice Arrow bait, and you just don't go for it.
I think it really depends on how many items you have, how much progression it's ahead of you to try to, mind read the Way of the Hero. With the current runner's layout, Dodo got a light arrow, but that doesn't do much right now. With their current item layout, I think if they at any point if they have a Zora mask, if they have a Goron mask, they're 100% going to sewers. I don't think there's a play where they try to mind read ice arrows out of it. It's too unlikely in the seed at this point.
Oh yeah, if you get Zora Goron early on, you just 100%. Even if you're only missing ice arrows plus one other thing, you probably still go check it. Like, I think only if you know that it's gonna be ice arrows for sure, do you probably not go for it. And also, gold dust on the Tingle photo turn in.
I'd say that at this point, it's one of the best gold dust locations you could hope for. You know, it's there. It's very easy to regrab. It's not one of the fastest locations, but you can route it with some Tingle. Maybe you wander around the way, not in another cycle. But it's much better than a check that is very bad to redo.
It does look like Dodo will be doing Ranch and Broat will be going to Great Bay Coast. And it seemed like that chest was big gilded in the water there.
I thought it was a brown, but I can't see
that. I don't trust my own eyes, so I will default to anybody else on that one.
If it's a brown chest, that is huge because you're pretty much on Biobaba waiting room.
Or just this Mask of Truth.
Yeah, aside from Mask of Truth. But yeah, on Broad's spot, I've been in situations where I maybe mistakenly go to Great Bay way too early and get absolutely massively rewarded. It happens to Broad. He's gonna be thankful, but I think in this spot, going Great Bay this early, maybe not the best idea if you got other stuff to do.
Really funny to see Dodo using a broken stick instead of the gilded sword.
Oh, you 100% autopilot out of that. I know 100% the feeling. Countless times. At least the razor sword is right there in my hands, and I just do the broken.
100% get that. Gonna get another big hint injection. We're missing one Wath, one Foolish, and two sometimes hints. Hopefully we'll be seeing the rest of our hints out of Ranch.
Bro, trying to snipe the picture from Tingle. It's an okay spot. It saves the transition for going back to Road to Swamp, I guess, but I don't know if it's possible. I never tried it. And for Broad here, the situation is very dire because he has Lab Fish and literally Soar out. There's just nothing left. No bomb bag, no distance weapon for the Tingle.
And a blue rupee does not help. Blue
He just
rupee is
comes
not
up
what
short.
you want to see there. So at this point, Broat probably coming back here to buy a red potion. Maybe we'll get to see Bank 1 turn in. I don't know how much money he already has stored up. 2 rupees, never mind.
I do not approve this bank routing. As a, professional bank routing concierge myself, it's totally unacceptable.
Yeah, you put in 2 and then 99 and then another 99.
The math is good. The math is 100% good for sure.
But it's just the way that you get those 99s. Yeah, I feel like this is a very non-traditional Blitz seed. I feel like most of the time when I play Blitz seeds, they're super front-loaded. And then it takes me like an hour to find the item that unlocks the rest of the seed. But right now, we are really... The only thing we've found of major note is light arrows, which do not help in the slightest.
It's pretty much
Hopefully
one of
we're gonna
those...
see Ranch here fix that, though.
One of those dire, unlikely starts, but it just is what it is. Just from time to time. Dodo taking really pushing the rupee farm for the dog race. Gonna get 10 from the fences, I believe. Then more 20 from the racetrack itself.
It's gonna work out almost perfectly, basically perfectly for Dodo on the money situation.
Knowing how to do this desperate money routing for dog race is very good. At least have this in your Majora randomizer arsenal. can like bomb the holes in the Bremen Mask room. You can like inject bugs into the soft soil in the racetrack. I think lots of options.
I did not know about either of those options.
Yeah, I don't know what you need for the hole in the lemons room. Bomb bag I know of. I don't know if you can like throw nuts or whatever.
Who knows? Also, we haven't seen the South Clock Town yet, what, have we? And I didn't get to see if, I don't think I saw if Brot or Dodo peeked it. I'm sure one of them peeked the day 3 chest, but I didn't get a good look.
Maybe only if it was Brot, but
I know Dodo went back to, cause they soared back because they hadn't gotten the Milk Road Owl statue yet. Is that
East Clocktown Foolish, that's
what?
huge.
That was East Clocktown, yeah?
Yeah. No minigames, baby. Woo!
Oh yeah, no getting screwed over by Goron chess game 5 times in a row today.
I'm unfortunate they already saw what was behind Couple's Mask, but you cannot get that lucky, I guess.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you know, Couple's Mask is probably the least of your concerns at this point. Although I don't know if Dodo actually did Couple.
I think he did. He should have. What was it sometimes like?
That was, I think that might have been Mountain Smithy day 2, maybe.
Oh.
Honey and Darling dead. All right, never mind.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So useless right after the East Clocktown foolishness.
Even without the Smithy Day 2 hint, this is one of those seeds where it's very comfortable to play because you have Letter Cafe hinted completely foolish, and you know the gold dust location right from the get-go. You don't have to care about anything while playing it.
Very true. I'm curious, at least a bit, where the bunny hood is to put that into logic if it ends up being useful, but it's definitely not a thing our runners really need to be concerned with.
That is true. The Picto is behind the bunny hood all this time.
Let's see what Dog Race has for us.
Oh
Captain's
no!
Chest.
Why would you give that item? There's so much.
Okay. Which means we will be going to grave without a bomb bag to do night 1. Probably.
That is one of the worst funnels you can get in a seed. To do you exhaust all the low sphere checks to do graveyard without a bomb bag.
If I'm not mistaken, that looked like a big gilded chest on the clock tower. South Clocktown Day 3 chest. I couldn't think of how to say it. I think it looked big gilded, but again, would have to default back to somebody else on that.
No, that's it. It's this chest and then immediately Song of Time. That's what a dry start.
Bottleneck to night 3? Nope. Bottleneck to Captain's Hat it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
it gave you.
yeah.
At least it gave you a little bit of help to do bats. Dodo is soaring actually. He's gonna go to Great Bay for like, come on, give me something useful for graveyard.
But just not really gonna see anything that's helpful, unfortunately. Oh, finishing bank 1. Is that what this is?
27 minutes, bank 1. Can you believe this?
Red rupee.
Shame it didn't have anything. Also, one thing we did not talk about it yet is that Brot skipped Mystery Woods.
No.
He's literally doing the Bomb Rush high roll. Insane right here.
They did do... I'm pretty sure they did the Picto Box check, because I'm pretty sure I saw them in Swamp at some point. Maybe they didn't, though. Maybe I'm going insane.
The tracker doesn't have 2 bottles, even though it doesn't matter because there's no eggs in this setting.
That's true. Yeah.
No light arrow.
All right.
That is. Man, going Great Bay and then skipping Day 2 Woods for the Ranch with the hero, that is something very, very wild for sure.
That's definitely a bold move, especially when you already... Like, if you didn't have a bottle in this scenario, I could totally see that. Because doing Day 2 Woods without a bottle, like, just isolates Kome so bad. But when you have a bottle already, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's about the options too, because you're going to Great Bay, you don't have a distance weapon for the Tingle, you don't have a Zora Mask, you don't have a bomb bag to do the Poverty Zora Cape Grotto. It's almost as dry of a Great Bay Coast dip you can get.
I really can't do anything in Great Bay Coast. To be clear, we have not found anything in South Clocktown yet. I believe it was a $50 on the actual clock tower. Then it was a small brown chest, or it was a brown chest on the other thing. But I think the Day 3 chest was big gilded, although we don't have a way to check that yet. Waiting on Hookshot or Moontear Deku.
And in Dodo's position, this is just very unfortunate. He's doing the same desperate Great Bay dip in just. I can see why he did that. I think it's probably an okay play just to find maybe a bomb bag, maybe something to get out of the dry graveyard play. Fortunately, it's just gonna come up short. They're all coming up short everywhere. It's just how the seed is working.
It really does just seem like you just kind of go grave. You know, it really sucks, but there's nothing else to do. Like, day 1 grave we go for Bat's chest and the song.
I feel like it doesn't happen too often in reality, but one of the criticisms of Season 3, or maybe just fun facts, I don't know how much criticism that is, was because, you know, those seeds where it's either Graveyard Grotto, they have to bomb that have anything, or you're receiving Captain's Hat super early, and that's your bottleneck, and it's probably one of those very funny no bomb bag, no resources, Captain's Hat, bottleneck seeds.
Early grave in like any context is just always like such an awkward thing to have to do, whether it is for Graveyard Grotto or you have Captain's Hat and nothing else. Like,
and
one
that
thing
is
we can say is we have a gilded sword, so that's cool.
This is a phenomenon due to opponent start because you have that region opened right away. It could have been worse indeed. We got a gilded sword. They're mostly fine. Guess Brod is immediately rerouting the Day 2 Woods.
I think that makes a lot of sense, especially because you can still go do Captain's Hat on night 2, and then do the stalactite jump across.
Yeah, I think at this point, so whether if Brod skipped Day 2 Woods because he forgot a potion or whatever, or if he tried to high roll it, whatever the reason is, it would be maybe way too irresponsible to just go Graveyard without fishing for the bomb bag here first.
Yeah, because if there's a bomb bag in Day 2 Woods, that just basically opens up the rest of Grave. You know, Day 2 Grave and the Bomb Grotto just makes it so much more enticing.
Thankfully, the Letter Cafe check is already hinted junk.
Very true.
But yeah, both annoying time of day disposable items are already dead or known. It's one of those seeds where you don't have to play around anything, literally. At least that, because the rest of the seed is horrible.
We're gonna hope the rest of the seed isn't horrible, but we'll just have to wait and see for the most part. At least we didn't have any, I guess, throwaway watts for Fear Zero stuff. I guess
That is true.
You had Mask of Truth, but at least that pointed you like in a direction, and it wasn't just like, aw, here's something random on Dodongos.
Honestly, that is very interesting. I don't know if this will happen because they don't have any items to begin with right now, but it could be one of those seeds where you get a super, super annoying bottleneck at the beginning, but nothing is hinted. So you might just be able to skip a ton of stuff by just pursuing the way of the heroes afterwards. An all-night map.
That is probably the one thing that makes Broth's routing just ever so slightly worse, because now they're gonna have to reset again before being able to check the all-night mask.
I think he just plays Song of Time here because he has to go up to Clock Town, and it's not like he has temporary items or ammo or anything. My god, it's all-night mask and currently useless elegy. This is... Who rolled this? Oh my god.
Oh, awesome. And so you can't do all-night mask checks at night, right? Like, it has to be during the day.
You know what is even funny? Dodo is gonna have to enter the hotel, go outside by the upper part, just so he can enter the hotel back again when it's morning, because he doesn't have a Deku mask, he doesn't have bombs, he doesn't have Zora.
That's what I was thinking about. I just couldn't remember. When does the inn kick you out? Is it at 8?
I think it's 8:30.
Oh.
It is.
Alright, and Bro just instantly resetting after Swamp.
That is good. I guess it's relevant that you play around being able to do all 9 mask stories, but it's like you're gonna need to go back to Clock Town to go to Graveyard. You can Song of Time, or even if he got all 9 mask in day 2, he has to go back to Clock Town. He can play Song of Time. So it's not even the biggest deal if you did one or the other, because of the specific situation.
True enough. A bean? We get a bean here.
Oh,
we get a bean?
Was Stump even gilded or something? I completely ignored it.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, it wasn't.
Okay.
There it is.
You know what this means, though? We're gonna have to Oh, no. Never mind. Forget I say anything. I was thinking we were gonna have to redo Kome for a sec, but we have a Picto box, so we get a free boat ride.
Pays off. You know what? Pays off to do Postman out of Logic without the bunny hood. Got an easier way into the swamp.
100% an easier way. You definitely don't want to redo Kome here when you can just take a nice picture of the swamp.
This is why you learn to count to 19 on that check.
That was not the South Clocktown Wath. We found Mask of Truth was in Termina Field to give us Captain's Hat, to give us All Knight's Mask, to give us Deku Mask. So nothing South Clocktown related there. Something had magic power? I didn't see what check that was.
Fire chest.
Oh, okay. That's what people were talking about earlier. God.
What? Oh, Tony, I want to dream. I want to dream in this seed. I have big dreams. This could actually come up. Can you believe it? What if they're missing magic? You can bail yourself out by going inside Snowhead Temple without magic, out of logic, and do Fire Arrow Chest. I want to see this happen, please.
That's not out of logic.
You need to traverse through path to Snowhead. You need magic in logic.
Yes.
Even if you can do it without.
I was forgetting that. Yep.
Maybe temple access is magic too, but I don't know. It's redundant. I really want to see that. Oh my god. There's like a 0% chance of happening, but...
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any way that happens, but... You know, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Highly doubt that scenario will pop up.
Dodo actually pulled up ahead, like, by a fair margin here. It's like I guess doing the day 2 woods in one go and then everything else not having to double back for. You just flowed very well.
Yeah, I think this seed played really well into, I feel like, Observatory Opener's hands. Like, I feel like getting nothing, Observatory Opener is kind of just, like, probably one of, if not the most efficient way to route everything. So, just being able to pull all that off, just, I don't know, like, it just played into Observatory Opener's hands really well.
Greedy got busted. Deku Palace.
Dude, we did get Song of Storms. One step closer to Pamela.
There was storms in Deku Palace. Oh my god. If we see both Out of Logic Magic in Snowhead Temple and Pamela Bombag, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I just, it would be like seeing everything you have to see in this game.
That would be extremely funny, and I would be totally down for it. So really, what are we looking at here? We're looking at the Woodfall area, the other chest in Southern Swamp, and like Deku Playground. Yo, dude, if we find magic here... Oh, wait, never mind. I was gonna say Honey and Darling is on the table, but that was hinted at toys. I got too excited.
Soaring Tablet can be like Healing or Sonata. That would give more stuff to do.
Woodfall Temple hinted foolish.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I was hoping to see some stick trick Woodfall Temple here.
Unfortunately, we're not gonna see any bowless Woodfall Temple today. Definitely not.
It's one of those situations where you're literally counting on your hands how many checks are available.
That's true, yeah. It's really just like, there's just not a lot to do. Maybe we'll find a moon tier somewhere, and that'll give us this South Clocktown Wath. It's a Keaton Mask in the Southern Swamp Grotto.
It's true. That Deku Palace had absolutely nothing. Oh my god, right?
Not had storms, man. Required. We need Pamela Bombay.
Maybe it's a 1-star item because it's a possible first logical water. Though I don't think it is because you need a bottle for some packs this year. And
No. Well, yes. That's...
What is happening? New wave on the Soaring Tablet.
We're gonna be... The song layout is so fun. Zormask! Heyo!
It's your average Gyarg start.
So
Effective
true.
bottleneck until you get Zora Mask.
So true. Well, that gives us Panic Rock, Pyre Fortress, Exterior. There was at least one more big chest in Woodfall. I'm pretty sure that the one all the way around was big gilded.
Think so. This is one of those seeds where it's kind of a pain because not of all the things, now you have, for example, your first distance weapon, so a ton of troll stuff is available.
Projectile?
Okay, now you're gonna route your tingles. That's fun.
Yeah,
3 minutes in, you have tingles to check.
yeah, let's see bombers have something here. That would be rude. Magic!
Aww.
Okay.
That's never gonna be a grab. Woodfall is all big. Oh.
Whew. Almost dicey there. Almost dicey. those big bugs or whatever. I don't actually know what they're called, but they're menaces if they just stun lock you on the platform.
I don't know any of the original names. I call them just beetles.
That makes
This
sense.
scrub that Dodo just got around is called American Sniper, because he is the American Sniper, pretty much.
He needs a raise. Coffee mask. That doesn't really do anything without express mail, but we have it now. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Express mail. Letter Mama turn in is dead. So cafe mask, pretty useless this time around.
I believe I got eliminated, and I completely forgot about Blitz already. So Postman's Freedom is dead, but oh yeah, it's because it's East Clocktown.
Yes.
The Roman bars.
Mhm.
It's true.
Great berry mask. Nice.
I guess. Almost. I think it's
Oh,
the
is
human.
the human one is the Great Fairy Mask.
Dodo is gonna hammer on the Clocktown checks here. Very much a full clear, responsible route, so to speak. He's gonna go for the day 3. Alice, playground.
You always like to see something that isn't day 2. Just a slight more exciting.
I think in this position, my instinct is to get out of Woodfall and immediately do like exterior and Pinnacle Rock like right away. You can just de-isolate Clocktown later. Maybe force day 2 for this or whatever.
It's true.
But-
I mean, it also kind of feels bad to go to Pirate's Fortress exterior without being able to do sewers, especially because you're gonna have to do sewers. So it kind of feels bad to have to like make 2 trips there. So man.
Melologic, maybe. Yeah, the more you take the safe full clear route, the more you give yourself chances to get the Gora Mask ahead of time. I don't know. I think considering all things, if you want to just go to clear up the Great Pay stuff here, it would be good.
I think it definitely. I mean, like, you know, PFE, PR, they're relatively fast checks. Good couple of them, too. It's pretty likely there's probably something in one of them. Just
Very
a
high.
matter of how fast we're gonna see them.
I don't know. It certainly sucks if you're gonna dip Pirate Fortress twice because you know about that Way of the Hero. Oh yeah, Dodo also have the Keaton Mask to de-isolate here, so it's a good chunk of Clocktown he's gonna do.
Yeah, I guess we have this.
Maybe not
really it though.
not
The
that good of
Keaton quiz.
maybe not that good of a chunk because this Clocktown is foolish, so he doesn't have Iku Magic, Honey and Darling to do. Kind of cripples the density a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't imagine you do that anyways.
In this spot, if you're gonna overly full clear Clocktown, I think it's good to do.
I guess that just depends on how confident you are in it. Because I know I'm not. I am. That would be a last check for me, like almost 100% of the time.
Isn't that bad? I think the bubbles kind of cheat for you. they just get to the target out of pity.
Oh, really? I've tried it like once, so.
I feel like that because my aim is not that good even with the bow, so...
You know, true enough. Fair enough. I totally get that.
I'm wondering with this captain's hat being the confirmed Way of the Hero, if any of them are gonna care about de-isolating Biobaba Grotto in the future in Termina Field. They don't have it. 47 minutes, they don't have Biobaba Grotto. Need a bomb bag or a Gora Mask for that.
This is very true. That's a good point.
Oh, Dodo is really pushing the completionism here. He's gonna go for all the tangles, everything before Deeping Great Babe.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. For me, the play I mean, the play of going exterior into Pinnacle Rock is so... I don't even know if it's good, because it takes a while for it to swim all the way. But it's so direct, you know, that it's very inviting. But he decides to clear all the stuff around it first. It's like, you're just doing unhinted checks. What's the difference? You could give yourself a chance to get like a hook shot for an eventual Zora cape, or to go into interior in the first place, or to get a bomb bag for Zora Cape Grotto.
Definitely a lot of different options to have, like, to be got.
Now this is very strange, because of all things Dodo could do, he's gonna go to the non-progression L here. Do only
neither side is necessarily, like, neither direction is necessarily progression without the Goron mask. And there you go. That's, you know, that's a Moon's Tear. That's probably going to be our South Clocktown one.
Oh, that is really good for Dodo right now.
100%.
Yeah, I was saying, for example, for me taking the 5 checks in Exterior and Pinnacle Rock would be a little bit better. Wait, we got it! Express Mail. I was there all along.
It doesn't matter because the East Clocktown Wath, but...
Foolish, right?
It doesn't seem like Rote remembers.
Oh, he just auto-playing here. That's unfortunate. Oh.
We figured it out. He's good.
What happens as soon as you pull out the Ocarina or maybe play Song of Soaring, you instantly remember about everything.
It's like you just glance at your notes real quick and it's like, oh yeah, East Clocktown food.
It's kind of an adrenaline shot to your brain to open the Ocarina.
What was...
You're about to do something major. Think about it.
Was the Moonsteer turn in something? Because I did not see it.
No, the trade was...
Oh, mess.
We have it. Oh my...
And justified to net.
Yeah, I really eat my words. Dodo got absolutely rewarded by going for the lone cape check. Not only because he would have done the Zora Hall as well, but talk about being extremely rewarded.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, he got massive here.
Tour's Wath, and it's like, so what are we hoping to get out of this? A bow? Probably a bow. We're looking for a bow, we're looking for a hook shot, we're looking for fire arrows, and we're also going to need at least one more song item for this seed, whether that be Keg or Mirror Shield.
It is true. Oh. Twin Islands is way the hero. Twin Islands is way the hero! We don't have a bomb bag! Where is our bomb bag? If the baby is a song of healing.
Hints. Twin Islands last hint. Ooh, give me the Pamela first bomb bag. Let's see it. Goron Village has Way of the Hero healing for first bomb bag.
I want to see that so badly.
For Twin Islands.
But Dodo is just going for it. He's just gonna go for sewers right away.
Yeah, I think usually what I'll see, at least some people do sometimes, is rushing over to hit the button and then checking all the Pirate's Fortress exterior checks on your way to swim to sewers. So like getting them on the way back.
Yeah, that is true. You can check all of them. What? Maybe that's a time save because the way to go to the button, you can swim, you can dolphin dive on the surface. I don't think you can if you're gonna go to the sewer itself. I thought Dodo would ditch these checks, but apparently not.
Doesn't look like any of the exterior checks or anything. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, and Brote is doing the exterior Pinnacle Rock play first.
Oh no. Dodo, come on, that's my play. Do you know which place I got in this tournament? Don't do it.
I know. I've talked to Dodo about like some of their first bomb bag.
Oh,
Pamela, sad.
Bad.
I know I've talked to Dodo before about some of their runs that they do, and I know they really prefer to do other stuff before, like, I know they always feel really bad about like going to exterior first, isolating the rest of, you know, Pirate's Fortress. It always does just feel bad to do.
I tend to care a little bit less about that because there's also a chance you get your items in like exterior Pinnacle Rock and you never visit Pirate Fortress again. But it's fair to play around that for sure. Pirate Fortress specifically is if you really think about it, it's a pain place to get back to. If you want to go to like interior, it's a huge swim outside. It's a huge swim inside. Compared to like Zora Cape, if you need to return to Zora Cape, you just like you're there. You play Soaring. You go to the right. You're there. So I completely understand this point, and maybe that's maybe that might be the best play.
Probably, I'd have to say. And so out of the sewer wath, we got a bomb bag and a land title deed. And our first home. All right.
More importantly, we got our logical Giants mask. Yeah.
Dude, so good though. I'm gonna use that on twin mode for sure. So at this point, feels like you just rush north. I guess, don't know what else you're doing.
I guess from Goron Mask here, you're rushing all the progression there is. You're gonna go north because to get the song and stuff. You're gonna get to the Twin Islands with the hero, which is even better.
Oh! Fire arrows in Pinnacle Rock? Uh-oh.
That is very interesting. I don't know if Dodo is gonna go back for that ever.
Yeah, that is gonna be a tough sell for Dodo to go back to.
You know what I wonder? If for example, if Zoe Grotto doesn't have anything in Twin Islands, if Dodo is gonna look elsewhere for the item, or if he's just gonna get the out of logic hot spring water, for example.
Something else that could be really bad is if Goron Lullaby is vanilla, would Dodo dip Snowhead Temple without the fire arrows? I have to imagine you would.
Given how his approach to Pirate Fortress is, I'm not sure, but this is a very standard play to dip Snowhead Temple without the fire arrow.
I mean, mainly because that would be Wath in that scenario.
Oh yeah, that is true. 100%.
So, this could get into some really dicey territory for Dodo if he does not go back to Pinnacle Rock soon.
I think there's a good chance if Dodo, for example, if you keep track of all your checks, or even if he decides to get hot spring water, you keep track of all the logic in the way, then you eventually get literally funneled into doing Pinnacle Rock as one of your last locations. If it comes to that, he's not going to be in that bad of a shape. Another thing that is relevant is that Stone Tower Temple is completely dead, which would be one of the worst locations for Dodo to get trapped into looking for like, you know, just Fire Arrow and there's nothing left. If he last locates Fire Arrow, for example, he doesn't have to do Stone Tower Temple, which is huge.
Yeah, it really just depends at this point how where the rest of our items are. How much is Fire Arrows locking that it's gonna end up pushing Dodo to going back to Pinnacle Rock, but
Stone Tower Temple is confirmed foolish ever since the start of the seed. Also, because I was wondering, for example, if they get hookshot early, that would lead them to Ikana, which, you know, you only have Stone Tower Temple in Ikana. You're gonna do what, like Poe Hut or whatever. Even if you do it, it doesn't waste too much time. But
at that point, Shrine would also be in play since we do have Lights and Magic.
Oh, yeah. We might be looking at Dodo doing a lot of extra stuff. Not the ultimate punish, but a lot of extra stuff. It is entirely possible.
And it is just pretty likely that, based on our current items, that Goron, I'm gonna imagine Goron Lullaby is vanilla here, and almost that like, because if like the two Twin Islands checks that are under the ice, like those are logically locked by Goron Lullaby.
That is true.
Well, it's Sonata, so it doesn't matter. But that is a really good thing for Dodo. That is
Yeah, so
huge.
far Dodo avoided double dipping Snowhead Temple, then that is good for him.
One thing that we also have at this point, we do have Mountain Title Deed turn in. And
Yeah,
I don't think anybody I don't think either runner peaked Captain Kita, right? So
I don't know that really. Yeah, I didn't see them peek it either.
ooh. He didn't Dodo doesn't see what the scrub purchases there? That's kind of interesting.
Didn't he? Oh my god. The ledge item isn't anything, but oh.
Powder keg.
Oh,
Ooh,
forget about not being funneled into Snowhead Temple. I think it's just gonna happen.
it's 100% gonna happen. He's gonna reset, buy a powder keg, get Goron Lullaby.
We're. Oh, Broad still has a little bit of catching up to do in terms of pure, pure location, I guess. I actually has a lot of minutes, so we could get away with not having the fire arrow for Snowhead Temple entry here, but Broad's gonna pull ahead a little bit with that.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how much Dodo ends up doing before they end up going back to Pinnacle Rock, because that is going to be a tough sell.
Yeah, Dodo's backlog of checks here is pretty much gonna be go to the Great Bay Coast Owl, do Zora Cape Grotto, maybe I guess do like as well. Cannot avoid that, and then you full clear Zora Hall, come up short, and then I guess you go Pinnacle Rock. It's quite a time sink, but it's not the biggest for sure.
Very true. I'm imagining... I guess it really depends on if there's anything pre-Fire Arrow Snowhead Temple. We'll just have to... Honestly, we'll just have to wait and see how willing the seed is to absolutely screw over Dodo.
Yeah, that is true, Axel. You really want healing here if you're rooting for Dodo.
Well, I mean...
I cannot believe how many times you actually root for Song of Healing in some location. Or if you're watching for those kind of reasons, or if you're full clearing a seed and you don't get anything from full clearing, you want the seed to be as long as possible so you can win.
You just want as much jank as possible. Give
Yeah.
me all the casinos.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone is counting here from when I was gonna say Bo got Dodo, from when Dodo got the bow, but several minutes that Dodo has on Broad here. Maybe it's not gonna be a big deal.
Broad
As long as you avoid like Shrine or something, it's not gonna be that big of a deal.
Broad deciding to go for Pirate Fortress interior checks in this scenario.
Oh, you know what? This is fine, but given how much progression you have ahead of you, or at least you're expected to have because you have the way the hero item here does land title deed, maybe you shouldn't do this. But with CSMC, you visually clear the entirety of PF interior. So if you just want to look for items in a location, this is not bad.
I don't think you can't do all of it, right?
You can. There are two checks you only do visually, which is tank chest and upper chest. So the upper chest you peek, I think, from climbing the tower. You can see up and see it, and the tank chest you can in this specific you can go on roll with spikes across the gap from the.
Oh, right.
The other side.
I do that.
You can do it with like a long jump or a recoil flip. I'm not sure. Go on spikes 100% makes it. And
yeah, Dodo's doing what we were talking about. He is probably gonna enter Snowhead Temple.
sure. Oh, that's nice.
We're finding all the sword upgrades today.
All
Now you just
swords.
need FD to complete the set.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if Bro on purpose didn't pick the tower, the chest from the tower, or if he doesn't know how to do it. But he picked the lower one, and then you do the reverse fight here.
It's true. He doesn't have his bow yet to knock down all the guards.
Does he have Stone Mask?
Where was that? I don't even remember. Bow was on land title deed.
I hope he could see the chest because that's a very quick bust, and Goron is very big. I could not see what was in the other side.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
He could have stunned the guards with Deku Magic there, although it's janky and slow, but like, you're on Pyre Fortress Interior without a hook shot. I mean...
You're doing a lot of janky and slow stuff already.
It's kind of a sunk cost fallacy, but I don't know, man, come on.
And
Bro?
yeah, Dodo entering Snowhead Temple.
Broad is just circling around, trading that land title deed.
I have to
My God.
imagine they're probably gonna check the grotto, maybe the like, and then go turn in this land title deed. Like, they better turn it in.
I don't know why that would be necessary. Also, his time is running out, but it's not. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. But
No, I can't imagine it would be.
I don't know how much extra stuff he's gonna do here. The like fight is not the fastest. He can panic invert for sure, but
I mean, with magic, it's not really like, if you didn't have magic here, then I feel like it'd be a bigger deal. But with magic on the like, it's not a big problem. Okay, bow locked bow up in Snowhead Temple.
But yeah, I am not a fan of Bro just de-isolating some random stuff before turning the land title deed here, because like whatever chance he had to pull back, getting close to Dodo here, I think by exploring all this stuff. Never mind. I get to get bored. It could be bow, but like you can soar to Zora Cape and do this stuff every time. You don't have to go here first. I mean, I guess going here first was good, but
I guess
like,
it doesn't really matter though without like hookshot. And once you find hookshot, it would have been better to do Zora Cape then, because then at least you can do the other checks there.
But yeah, the whole thing is you can immediately turn in a title deed for a confirmed Way of the Hero item, which, by the way, very likely to be the bow. Even though it's not always the case, but
I guess it's the land title deed wasn't necessarily confirmed instantly just because of the bomb bag that was there, but it's very likely to be something that isn't the bomb bag.
the bomb bag is less like, I don't think.
That is our
Yeah,
third
the
bow.
bomb bag could be for. Wow. Yeah, the bomb bag could have been the Way of the Hero for some pure jank, like
Graveyard Grotto.
I guess maybe it is technically a Way of the Hero if you think about it for Twin Islands Way of the Hero. But yeah, it could be for Graveyard Grotto, Pass to Snowhead Grotto, or...
Well, that
what-
depends, right? Like, the Twin Islands Wath could totally be one of the post Snowhead checks at this point.
Yeah, that is true. So it's a lot of possibilities still. But Title Deed is so fast to do, and you have this big of a chance of getting a Wath item, big chance of getting a bow. And like all the other locations you have to, because doing interior for Broad, I think it at least made sense because he was already there. You know, it's like you're gonna go back to Pyre Fortress and to soar back to Great Bay, and you need to dolphin dive all the way to Fortress, and you need to enter again. So it made sense for him to go to Interior as an extra location. I don't agree with it, but it made sense. And there's our hook shot.
No, that's so bad for Dodo.
Just to finish the reasoning, so as soon as you finish Pirate Fortress Interior from Broad's perspective, everywhere else you have to look, you have to play Song of Soaring. So for me, it's just a no-brainer move to immediately turn into your possible other hero item. That's just it.
That's fair. Also, now thinking about it, it's actually not that bad for Dodo because that chest specifically is fire arrow lock. So you have to imagine, you know, based on that, your fire arrows aren't going to be upper Arcana or anything. So it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, Ice Arrow is confirmed in Twin Islands. That is true because we have all the songs.
Oh yeah, so this is gonna wrap up really nicely, actually.
It's kind of semi-redundant because what's it called? I mean, if you're gonna check Twin Islands, it's just there, you know. Actually, it might be actually good to, on purpose, get the Ice Arrow for Twin Mode here. Although I think both runners are gonna skip that, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think once you know for sure that it is Ice Arrows, you probably just skip it, but it's not actually that far out of the way.
Yeah, you're outside Mount Village in spring at the end of the temple. You just roll over and some luck, it could be a fast chest. With bad luck, it could be a inconvenient but not slow chest. I would go for it. I hate to mode.
Same here, honestly. Plus, it might just be this one right here. Nope.
A Graveyard where the hero was eventually for Deku Mask and Grandma Stories.
Yeah, and then Deku Mask led to, practically speaking, everything else. In some logical chain, it all started from Mask of Truth and Termina Field.
This is very interesting because we're literally looking at the end of the seed right here. We know everything, and we know Brot is gonna have a 100% straight line path to beating the seed. And Dodo, I don't know what we're looking at here really, because the first location he would look at from here on, I would guess it's Zora Cape, and he's gonna find the Gibdo mask. And I wonder if he's gonna take the bait and go to Ikana and go to Secret Shrine.
So I don't think he will, and the reasoning is that the chest he got Hook from is fire arrow locked. So your fire arrows can't be in Ikana.
Oh, that is so huge.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty much gonna do Cape and then rock right away. I think that's it.
He did the ice clip into, like, to try to roll into the ice, and Hook was on that chest.
That is true. This is one of those situations, like, because the thing is, you can out of logic check the entirety of Snowhead Temple if you. I think only 2 of the checks are fire arrow locked. Oh no!
Now,
Dodo is
this out of logic is.
Yes, because it could be Gibdo Mask or Fire Arrow itself. I don't know about Fire Arrow. I think I don't know. Oh my god, I don't like this. My opinion, he's kind of praying for Gibdo Mask as the way of the hero, but I don't. I'm trying to make like, where are you expecting to get Lens for this to be in logic, right? And if you think it's Fire Arrow locked, go look for the Fire Arrow. So in whatever way I'm looking at it here, it doesn't seem good.
I have to guess that he is thinking that this could be fire arrows. Because if you think that this is going to be Gibdo Mask, knowing that your fire, like that your Hook was fire arrow locked, then it doesn't really make any sense to do this. So I think Dodo's doing this out of the chance that this ends up being fire arrows.
Okay, he gives up. Well, I think it's a strictly bad play if you think Lens is out there, because here's the thing: unless you know Lens is on like a visual check or something, and you're just not gonna get it. For example, if you had access to Lens in the Great Bay Coast Ledge, you obviously do this. But if you don't know if that check is fire locked or if it's Lens locked, go look for the item. I think that's strictly superior because you don't know. So that gamble, in my opinion, that gamble, I don't know. I'm trying to look at it. Maybe For me, it would be like you're trying to fight Gibdo Mask there, but it doesn't do anything, and yeah, pretty much.
That's true. Yeah, fair.
I don't know. Maybe he just overplayed a little bit, or he has a better reasoning than what we're thinking about here.
So at this point, we'll probably see Dodo go finish up Cape, get Gibdo Mask, and then hopefully from there, for Dodo's sake, he does Pirate Fortress, or sorry, Pinnacle Rock, because you have to be thinking about where could my fire arrows be, and they can't be hook locked.
He really has to think about the fact that the hook shot is fire arrow locked here. He absolutely cannot ignore this information, because if he ignores it, we would be looking at a full Secret Shrine clear here.
And I think for Brot, realistically speaking, at this point, they are practically in go mode, since they have ice arrows in Twin Islands, and that's the only thing they're missing. They have one Wath, one item left and needed. For all intents and purposes, they can... Oh no, I'm sorry, they're still missing Hook. What am I saying?
But Hook is inside the temple. It's effectively go mode for Bro here, without a doubt.
Yeah, he's just gonna find Hook and then go mode the other temples, so...
Unless he literally forgets to check, but it is go mode from here, effectively.
More. But
yeah, about the Snowhead Temple, and so there are two checks. I don't know if there's more, maybe with like, I don't know, second floor logic or whatever. But there are two checks you can do without the fire arrow. One is the green room, which contains the freezers and stuff. That is very slow, and I would not recommend doing it out of logic. Even though the arrow trick to unlock it, it's very accessible. I'm sorry. And the other one is one where you roll over and get the switch. And that one, I think it's like almost mandatory to have on your tricks. Because the thing is, if you know that Snowhead Temple is Way of the Hero, and you don't find anything, it is very good information to know if your required item is fire arrow locked. Or at least, you know which item is your Way of the Hero ahead of time. So in my opinion, that's a power play. Though Snowhead Temple wasn't necessarily hinted here, so just good that you get the hook shot there in general. Not much else in terms of hints and information.
Yeah, if hookshot wasn't fire arrow locked here, I could definitely see a world where Dodo gets this Gibdo mask and then instantly goes east, and that would be a really bad scenario.
See if the song was soaring.
Hopefully they're going to coast. Let's see the coast.
Oh no! Was that clock down? Oh no!
Where are they going?
Come on!
Oh no!
Oh no! Is that it? Oh, no shot!
Fire arrows are in Pinnacle Rock.
Oh no! That is so unfortunate.
No, dude. No. That's so bad. Maybe they're coming here just to check grave, just because it's on the way to east. You know, that's possible.
It could be it. I mean,
honestly, that makes more sense than going to Pinnacle Rock. To be fair, I think this makes more sense. It's really unfortunate, but
even without the perspective, if he gets baited into Shrine or not, I don't know. Maybe this is way too much of a time waste.
And I'm sorry. What is
Hey, yeah. Look at Brot for a second.
Why does Brot not have hook?
He doesn't have the hook shot.
What?
Wait.
What is going on, dude?
Fox said in chat, is he not clearing Woodfall Temple? What is happening?
Oh no, this is so oh no.
Down from here, or he's not getting the hook shot.
He definitely checked like a couple chests.
There's no way.
This is oh no.
Oh my god.
Is he banking on the fact that the Twin Islands Wath is gonna be hook shot?
Okay, no, that hold on, that makes sense. But he has no. Okay, the play actually makes sense. Oh no, okay. No, okay. So after he gets Ice Arrow in Twin Islands, he's immediately gonna go back to. Is he?
That's the hope. I mean, that's
tell.
what I hope he's doing.
No, it takes so long to climb Snowhead again, but what is your other play? You're gonna do Secret Shrine? Secret Shrine is horrible in my opinion.
He can. He doesn't have hook.
It's true! Okay. So
Like,
this
to
is a
be fair,
time up. My God, the Goat is being mean too. That is less leeway for Brot.
I
Yeah,
mean, Dodo did just do Captain Kita. So.
The big chest in Kita.
A lens!
Wait, what? No way! It's so bad!
Dude.
Come on, don't. Oh no!
Because that was in logic. That's been in logic.
Oh my! Imagine if Ice Arrow is on the middle grotto.
It's not hot spring water. Brot did check hot spring water grotto.
Oh, okay.
It is confirmed post Snowhead.
Okay, so okay. Thankfully, Dodo's not gonna get baited by that.
But he might though. Like I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna go back for it after he does this.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Almost surely he's gonna go back and get hot spring water.
And I'm looking at Dodo's screen, and like obviously we know it's Pinnacle Rock, but his play of doing Road to Ikana Grotto into Graveyard, it's actually the best play.
It is objectively the best play. Just
it is so unfortunate. It is so unfortunate that he's gonna get hard punished because of it.
It's just like so sad to see. But you know, really good for Brot, and that's Ice Arrows. So where does Brot go now? Hopefully, it's back into Snowhead.
I don't think he can do anything else, right?
And
Yeah.
yep, there it is. Okay. Oh, another big chest on day 2 grave. Okay. Nice bottle.
More bottles. For Brot's sake, because he doesn't have specifically the hook shot, the only place he can get funneled in is here. So because Woodfall Temple is foolish, so
That's true, yeah. So
in both runners' perspectives of getting punished by different things, Brot is like, okay, I have to re-enter the temple. That is fine. Versus Dodo doing Graveyard and then getting pushed to Hot Spring Water Grotto, and then what else?
yeah, I think almost surely at this point, unless something horrible goes on, it's almost surely Brot's win.
Yeah, Fire Arrows in Pinnacle Rock completely unhinted. The only reason to go there was your very first play with Zora Mask to do exterior into Pinnacle Rock. I know I talked a big game about doing exterior into Pinnacle Rock, but I was not asking for this, man. I did not want to see this.
Yeah, Brot is going to be very excited to see this. Not that they'll know what's going on Dodo's end, but...
Safe ground jump. It's a very rare occurrence in Majora's Mask. Gainer
and
from
there
there.
is the hook. That would be go mode for Brot.
Yep, now...
I don't think there is basically any way that Dodo can come back from this. I can't foresee a path. I think Dodo is going to waste even more time by going back to do Hot Spring Water Grotto before Pinnacle Rock. And it looks like that's what's happening. Just really unfortunate the way it panned out with with some of these items. I mean, yeah, going Akana before Pinnacle Rock was definitely the right move. It was just really unfortunate that, especially you get Lens in here. Ugh, just gross. Just gross. Yeah, and he's the Snowhead Temple clear behind. And the other 2 dungeons are both foolish. Not that it really mattered anyways.
Yeah, we're all the way up to hot spring water.
And we even have Great Fairy Sword for Majora. The only thing that would speed us up even more at this point is Fierce Deity.
The bunny hood. I want the picto box to be in logic.
That's true. Picto box logic, you know, why not? Who cares?
Yeah, I know this is very unfortunate. I wouldn't wish this upon any runner, but let's steer the pot a little bit for entertainment's sake here. What team are you on? Going to PF Exterior and Pinnacle Rock in their spot, or would you just go to like Zora Cape and then Zora Hall to do 3 checks?
Man, I think usually what I end up doing is Pirate Fortress in Pinnacle Rock. If it was a Yorg start seed, then I'd probably go Cape first. You know, I might honestly have gone Cape first in this scenario too because of the sewer wath. I very well might have. I don't know. It's definitely a big depends on the situation for me.
You know my style. I wouldn't think twice. I would be on exactly on Broad's shoes right now.
And you'd be winning for it. Kamaro's mask on Ocean Tingle. Is he about to go do Pinnacle Rock now? I hope so.
Yeah, you don't get baited by this. You just wait until. Like Rosa's sisters, they're not gonna go anywhere. They have to practice. So yeah.
Yeah. So I think at this point, unless something catastrophic happens on Brot's side, it's game for Brot.
Yeah, we're pretty much on there's go mode, there's catastrophe mode as the win condition for Dodo here, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna need to see a couple Majora deaths. We do only have 5 hearts and no double defense. So, you know, with a rude enough Majora.
Even with Great Fairy, the Majora could be very, very rude.
100%, yeah. Really just
Wonder
depends on how Majora's feeling that day.
Wonder when Brod is actually gonna play the double times. I thought you would do, because a standard play you could do here is to go Woodfall Temple first, and given the no boss key, go straight to the boss route from here. You have to climb Stone Tower still. I think you enter Woodfall Temple and play the double times from there.
Yeah, I think that's usually what I would end up doing as well. I think if you do it the way that Brot's doing it here, you're gonna have some leftover time by the end of it.
Yeah, I think Bro is gonna wait for Majora.
Unless you have a really unfortunate twin mold.
Yeah, it would be. It would need to be a catastrophic twin mold, but I think it's likely Bro is gonna wait for Majora here.
Yeah, probably.
Because in Blitz, you have to pay a lot of attention for your Majora time of day to not have to wait it. There's some very bad scenarios where you have like 1 or 2 fast temples left, and it's not gonna be nearly as enough what you need for Majora, and you need to like play during night 3, assuming you'll get the item, assuming you're gonna get lucky and get the item and beat Majora right away. Some weird situations like that, but you need to really be. Not aggressive, but you need to play the double times very sooner than what you imagine. Having the boss key is a big deal too.
I didn't notice in the moment, but Dodo never grabbed the Snowhead Temple owl statue.
Oh.
So he had to soar back to Mountain Village, and then Goron roll back up.
The song, thinking it's a new cycle, man. We all been there. Those brain goofs. Oh, Brod is just gonna do the
Where's
old
Bro?
school.
What is happening?
It's the old school boss key route.
Right,
Brod
isn't
is
the other route just like faster though?
Yeah, I think it's much faster. Given that there's no boss key, with the boss key, I think both of them are close, but
Oh,
doing the jump slash.
oh, don't think it. Oh, nope.
Yep. Back and forth, just swinging.
This is what Dodo needs.
This is the power of the old school here.
Nope. Go for the Deku Maze. Who knows? Maybe they forgot it was Blitz for a sec. Gonna go get the Stone Tower Temple boss key real quick.
I mean, it's very easy to just, you know, I have a route, I'm gonna use the route. I consider myself more of a nerd for, like, you know, if the setting changes a little bit, I'm gonna see everything that's different. I'm gonna try the stuff out. I'm gonna see what's better, you know. But like this route is just comfortable. The thing is, you get here, you're already at the bridge, so it's not like you're wasting time really going for the boss key. The route is good, but I think it's a little bit slower than the long jump. I think it is.
That would have been a crazy spot for FD.
Also, in Brod's spot specifically, because he played the double time so late, you gotta think a little bit about wasting in-game time as well. I think the long jump wastes more in-game time because the other one you have a sunblock to clear that freezes the time. You have one door to. No, I mean no. The door I think is the same for both of them. Definitely had the sunblock.
Yeah, so I guess it depends on just like how much longer that right side route really is compared to the bomb long jump on the left. Depends on. I'm curious whether it cancels out, but yeah, I guess in the end it doesn't really matter because of how late he ended up playing the double times.
It ends up mattering because of the shooting the sunblock, but it doesn't matter for anything else, probably.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
Yeah, this is a very subtle thing that you. I think I got it from the first time I heard about it. I think it was from Jess. Maybe I saw Guppy doing some obscure strats on a seed, but you like the end game where you want to spend as much in-game time as possible. Like that's very relevant to have in your gameplay arsenal. For example, when you have, like, I don't know, Woodfall Temple and Snowhead Temple to complete, time is not gonna pass ever. So, like, you know, you minimize your mask changes, yada yada.
Just trying to get as much out of the in-game clock as possible at the very end here.
Yes.
And Fox brought up a point that I didn't think about. There's no point in even gambling on any of these chests being FD because both these areas are foolish.
Yeah, that is true.
Unless FD is on Twin Mode right here, we're not going to be seeing FD.
Yeah, that's true. Only Tunmo Heart Container is live. We'll run out of magic.
But
Fine.
didn't really matter. One arrow left. Broke gets it done. One hit left on the Twin Mode, that is.
Bro gets close to the majority time of day as than what I was thinking, but I don't know. I'm thinking like, oh no shot!
Wait, dude, what are the odds, man? What are the odds, bro? Get out of here!
It was not on Secret Shrine. It was not on Ikana Canyon. It was not even Ituano. It was there. Oh, what a reward!
Alright, well, no Majora shenanigans today.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I think most Bro is gonna be on like 11:30.
Look, now it looks like Dota's ahead.
Oh yeah, we got a race.
He's in. Just give him 3 more remains.
Tragic are the events that happen for the fire arrow location, but I don't know. I guess we can look at both of them to head. A few seconds difference.
I guess the main difference is really Brot has FD now, so that's cool. It's absurd though, that FD location.
I think you still have to pause to equip the FD. So if you use the FD for a Doa here, it's not a big deal. But
like you might as well equip it just because you're doing Majora right after.
Yeah, you 100% have to for sure. But like I don't know if the sword spin strat is like just as fast or it's faster or whatever it is. But putting the FD for Odoa is always kind of a, kind of a meme. Unnecessary.
I guess it also depends on just like what sword you have. Like with the fact that we have Great Fairy Sword, I guess it doesn't. Realistically, it's not gonna be like any slower.
I think without magic, with like Razor or Kokiri, I think I'm putting the FD because come on, And then with magic, maybe I would equip FD over the Kokiri sword, even though you can do the spin stun lock, but like you're just playing safer. Spin a lot with the Kokiri sword.
I think in this scenario though, you might as well just equip the FD. But I don't know, that was very fast with just Gilded Sword.
Yeah, with one of the big swords, you just. I think it's a time where it's to put the FD, the mask transition, and Brot knows.
I gotta learn how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Doesn't seem too crazy though.
You just gotta spin the stick. That's it.
I know. I guess I more just meant like the jump slash at the start.
Yeah, there's a timing. I think like you hear the scream twice, and then during the pause, the silent pause, at one point you do the jump slash. Just kind of you look at other people playing, you try for yourself, and then you get the timing. I have a placebo where I hold forward as I'm jump slashing a little bit longer. I think the chances of a Doa knocking me from the jump slash are lower. That's a complete placebo. I don't maybe it is because it doesn't cancel the. If I try to spin too soon, you cancel the animation, but. That would be my only hint. And again, 11:30. I guess.
Yep, you more or less called it.
He did go for the refills at the bottom, and he did the hook shot a little bit. So most maybe it was like 11 flat or something. It didn't matter, so it was okay.
Ended up being fine. Oh yeah, that's so true. This one was just like a pretty standard Blitz seed, at least compared to some of the other races that I've commentated in the past couple ones in some of these quarterfinals matches. Hard to consider some of those Blitz seeds, but
there's the beauty of it because we had like nasty bottleneck into weird stuff, and then it's still a 1 hour and a half, 1 hour 40 time. Very nice.
The start of this seed was very bottlenecked into Night 1 Grave, and then the rest of it was. Did you go to Pinnacle Rock? Sorry, you do not win.
Woodfall Temple and Stone Tower Temple being foolish. I think they contributed for the seed to be, still a standard Blitz fast time, but
at the very least, the Woodfall Temple,
except for Dodo's case, but whatever.
At the very least, Woodfall Temple Foolish was nice. Like, Stone Tower Temple was locked behind Go mode, so.
It was very interesting because we had both runners open differently, and then Brot was rather behind the early mid game section, and he actually pulled ahead. We got a kind of a different different progression race for both runners. Even though the reasons for it were kind of tragic. Fire Arrow and Pinnacle Rock, and then Dodo getting some baits to do before going to that location. But quite the race we got here. Quite the race.
Definitely an interesting race. I can't imagine Dodo's gonna feel super great about this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, probably not. There's no way around it.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
I can't imagine you feel super great about this whole scenario, but Majora's Mask be Majora's Mask sometimes. Sometimes you can't work around that.
I gotta say, his execution was very on point. That Woodfall tempo was very fast. I
Dodo is super clean. His
can't
execution.
tell any major mistakes. Maybe the whole lensless fiasco it wasn't necessarily because he didn't get it, but also because the choice was kind of weird. Aside from that, all smooth gameplay.
I mean, I guess in reality, his choice would have been fine. You know, like he did find lens and then go back for it eventually. So
You would have some good information. That is true. And you would have. This is it. Broad is advancing for the finals of the Blitz Season 1 tournament for Majora's Mask Randomizer, and Dodo is eliminated.
GG's to Brot. And
GG.
unfortunate for Dodo. What's the status on the other semifinals match? I think only one game is played. Will won game 1? Question mark? In the other one? That's what it seems like.
Broad will be waiting for the winner between Will and Vidya. He also one of the classic runners from the speedrun of the vanilla game itself, and Will, I think he's a recent randomizer player, but also very good. And we got both our runners in the booth here, Brot and Dodo. What's up?
Hello.
How you guys
Hello,
feeling
indeed.
after that one?
I didn't expect to lose, to be honest. Like I wasn't even checking race time. I checked quickly during Twin Mold, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like what happened?" I thought I routed pretty well overall, and the seed was pretty bottlenecked. So like when I saw the bottleneck for All Night Mask, the Q, and everything, I was like, okay, I'm probably I thought I was probably ahead, and then like yeah, go mode was in such a dumb location that for me it didn't make sense. Like it never would have made sense to go to Pinnacle Rock at any time sooner than I did, and I didn't expect Rod to do it either. But I guess he felt behind and decided to gamble.
So at the beginning, you were fairly ahead because Brot, I don't know, he skipped day 2 woods. I don't know what maybe Brot can give us the reason, but he was a little bit behind on progression eventually. But when you got the Zora mask, you opted for the cape dip with only the Zora mask, and then you got the moon steer and just went for the soft clock town way of the hero right away. Brot opted to do exterior into Pinnacle Rock, which, I was talking with Tony here. It's one of my go-to plays when you get to Zora Mask. Although it made sense to not do that because you try to get Gora Mask elsewhere. But I also think it makes sense because it's 5 checks, even though you still have to swim a lot. So maybe kind of a toss-up. You both had your reasons, but eventually that was what decided. And you, Dodo, got baited into doing like a lot of stuff extra, unfortunately, like all the graveyard stuff and whatnot. So
Yeah,
that
I
was
guess I
kind of a
did.
decider, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, it does feels a bit unlucky, like it did last game, to be honest.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
At the very least, your hook shot in Snowhead was fire arrow locked, so it wasn't any more needless shenanigans east. But
Yeah, that's why I didn't go to East or PFI or whatever. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I think I played this pretty well, except for the lensless attempts. Yeah, that wasn't great, and also the it took a bit of time to do the pixel shot in Snow Temple. But other than that, I don't think I did any big mistakes.
I know Brody is here to tell his side of the run, but I have to ask you one question first. What was about the lensless climb? Because I was talking to Tony, and like you didn't have information about where lens was. So if you were expecting Fire Arrow to be inside Hot Spring Water Grotto, I ended up not understanding why you went for that.
Just because Twin Island was way of the hero, and I was one check away from go mode. So yeah, it was a bit of a clutch because yeah, there were 3 checks left in Twin Islands, and it could have been Ice Arrow. Well, it was. Yeah, I don't know. I still felt like attempting it at that point because, like, if that was it, I could have go moded everything and avoided doing more checks. But yeah, I guess that wasn't a great idea.
See, I mean, I guess it's a matter of hitting the lensless climb or not. I to this day, from the seed where I think you played to where lensless climb was rewarded you with go mode, I have it on my cheat sheet to this day. But I guess
Yeah,
didn't
it's
hit it.
rather yeah. Sorry, go.
And maybe the play didn't look as good because you didn't hit it, but it was a fair try to just snipe the one item right away. It was
Yeah,
fair.
I learned it also because I noticed in Blitz it comes up useful more often than in standard. So I practiced it a bit, but it was a while back, and there I attempted it. I forgot my visual cues, so I kept following. I was like, okay, whatever.
See.
So, to my side,
So congratulations on the win and advancing to the finals of the Blitz tournament season 1. How are you
GG.
doing? How is your run?
yeah, I mean, I finally defeated Dodo.
Finally.
I'm really hyped about that because, yeah, he defeated me in all tournaments I played in Majora's Mask. So I'm
Not
really
season
happy
1.
about that.
It's always good to see those rivalries and the game. You know what? The seed is played how the seed is played, and you 100% took the win here. It's awesome.
Yeah, I just felt really behind as I got Zora, and I was like, okay, let's go for exterior and then Pinnacle Rock. If there is something like it's Pinnacle Rock, when you would go to Pinnacle Rock in every Blitz seed, I think in none of them. So this was the first seed I played in Blitz that there was a progression item for me. So yeah, I was really lucky about that. And yeah, I skipped day 2 woods because of the Master of Truth, Way of the Hero, maybe in field. And I was like, okay, just skip day 2 woods. I can come back later there. Really easy. So
Yeah, I was on the booth here with Tony talking about the possibility of advancing to the ranch right away to try to check the Way of the Hero. Maybe not even. One thing that I disagreed is that if you want a high roll out of that, I think dipping Great Bay didn't make much sense because you didn't have a bomb bag to do like maybe Biobaba with a bomb shoe or to go to Cape Grotto, no distance weapon for Tingle, no hook shot or Zora for Cape. So if you really wanted to play kind of that risky aggressive, for me that didn't make much sense. But you're absolutely right. If you skipping everything to do ranch, everything else was routable later. So yeah, that's very justified.
yeah, I just have my start routing and all. So if I have a bottle, I'm nearly go every time to Great Bay Coast because you can do like easy 2 checks that are really in logic. So it's not that bad. Yeah, I mean, if you have Zora or like a bow or like a bomb bag, you could do more there, but there is every time the C0 check the Coast Grotto. And yeah,
And in this seed specifically, kind of a tragic outcome that full clearing everything in the beginning was just a way to go because there were no items anywhere. And your Way of the Hero was like, come on, raw graveyard with no bomb bag for eventual Deku Mask. What is that? You all didn't have boy, didn't have a hook, you didn't have bomb bag, didn't have anything. That's
Yeah, clearly last location, clearly.
That out of logic Picto box, honestly pretty clutch. So you didn't have to redo Kome for the boat ride.
Yeah, I just forgot. Where was the Picto box again?
It was on Postman's game.
Postman game.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
So the very clutch out of logic Picto box.
Yeah, but no point in skipping the Postman game. I think no racer in Blitz gonna skip that for that long, I think.
it's pretty much meta, and it's mostly rewarding for sure.
Yeah.
Man, about that raw captain's I was watching Dodo screen because he did the completionist route, to do day 2 woods first, which, well, fair. I think I agree with it. And then like he got the captain's and then he went Great Bay with like just the bottle like you did, and I'm like, oh my god, he's so looking for a bomb bag. He's so looking for it.
Yeah.
He really doesn't want to go graveyard without it. Just looking everywhere else.
Like also when I got Zora and went to Great Bay, so I mean I also thought of doing PFE into PR. I mean for me it was obvious that it was better not to go there yet in case I found Goron, since Sewers was way of the hero. But what I was also thinking was like, what would Brot do in this case? I was trying to meta game a bit, and I remembered the game before where we had pretty much the same choice, and I opted to go to Cape, and so did he when I watched the race after. So I thought, okay, in this situation, Brot probably goes Cape anyway, so I'm gonna go there. But this time you did the other decision.
As I was talking, I was probably more inclined to be in favor of exterior and Pinnacle Rock. Like, I think Cape would
Yeah, I know
have been.
it's your signature.
I think Cape would have been much better if you maybe if you had a bomb bag to do the grotto or a hook shot, or maybe you could do stage lights or actually deliver the title deed. Maybe a little bit something to increase the density, because I don't know, man, just going for the 3 checks to between Cape and Hall to being logic, it feels kind of weird. But one of the good things is that it's very fast to do them. You don't have to swim a billion meters to the Pirate Fortress, which you will have to do again unless Goron Mask is in literally exterior. So yeah, those are the factors to consider. I think both options are valid.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
if I got the bomb bag or like Goron before I got Zora, I mean, in this seed it doesn't matter, but I would definitely route Cape first and Hall, then going into Pirate Fortress. Because, I mean, you can open up your stuff there. Maybe you find stuff and you don't have to skip a check on the way. So, but
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's just, I mean, going to Cape, like, you can just go hit the owl and do the checks on the way, and if you checks in Hall, and like if you find either hookshot or Goron, it's bingo pretty much for PF afterwards.
One thing that was very funny at the beginning of the seed, I saw Sewers Foolish, and there's the possibility you'll never get to Great Bay, the Great Bay area, because it could be ice arrows there, and you could maybe, with a specific item layout, you could skip that altogether, knowing ice arrows there. But the seed progressed as you didn't find anything anywhere, and it's like, nah, they're just gonna go all the way into Great Bay. They're just gonna do everything there. Typical guy.
I wouldn't gamble on a way of the heroines being bait for Isar. That would be risky.
Yeah, I think overall it was an interesting-ish game 3 race with an unfortunate fire arrow placement if you decided to go Cape first.
This is something that it happens more. It's not uncommon when you have a high level race. All these things of like maybe doing one place or the other person dipped 1 or 2 extra locations like graveyard. Because of that, they become very big fast factors. It's very hard to just outskill the other person out of it when you're like top 4, top 8 and stuff. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I thought it would be harder to like get randoed in Blitz because generally it's since it's more straightforward and there are more hints, it's like less random. But yeah, I don't know. Throughout this tournament, sorry, I sound a little bit salty right now, but I didn't feel very lucky.
It's fine. I from my top 8 match being losing the 2 games, I was pretty much devastated like that, just completely feeling like I got
Yeah.
rolled and stuff. But it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, rando be
Everything
rando.
Rando be rando.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
true.
One last take about Blitz. I'm amazed how, you know, between a lot of the checks that get cut out, a lot of the more hints you have, you would think that the seeds are, you know, everything is straightforward. You just, you know, chase everything and it's all the same. But I think there's a fair bit of strategy and decision making that, you know, maybe on par with standard, maybe more, maybe less. But I feel like the setting has this component, and it's not just like you know, linear, clear everything is the same. So that's like about Blitz, and I was surprised about it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think
All
that's
right.
all we have to say.
But if that's the case, once more, congratulations, Brot, for moving on to the finals. Commiserations, Dodo. Sorry that the road
We
ends
can
here
wrap
for you,
it up.
but let's wrap
Tobias.
it. Say, first of all, thank you all for watching over here, and thanks everyone who made this restream possible. Obviously, amazing. Shoutouts to our runners, Dodo and Brotinderdose, for putting on an amazing show for us today. Thank you also to our trackers who kept us appraised of what was going on in the background, baseball and extra Ryman. And thank you to our amazing commentary team, Spec and Tony Bigblind. It was super entertaining. And what's next on ZeldaSpeedRuns, you might ask? Well, in about an hour and a half, 12:30 a.m. UTC, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando tournament. The grand finals are starting. It's Mirai versus Koper, the first game of 3 in there, and yeah, you want to be there for that one. Also, about 2 hours, 1.5 hours later, 2:10 a.m. UTC, 10:10 p.m. Eastern. More Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup. Group U, Slowpoke versus 3-Sep Thief. That game 2 over on ZeldaSpeedRuns 2. And I think that's it for us here today. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to kick you over to known Majora's Mask Randomizer community member Revan, who is playing some OTMM combo. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.